Tau ko tahuti mai ki tēnei o ngā whakataetai. Today we have, in Game 3, we have Te Waipounamu Women's going up against the Manukau Raiders Women's, and sitting with me here, I have Harley, who will be bringing us some expert knowledge on the game today. How are you going? How are you feeling before match 3?
I'm really been excited and impressed so far by the first two games. Of course, we called the first game with the men's, but the second game was of equal calibre. And I'm looking forward to seeing how today's game goes as well between Te Waipounamu and the Raiders.
Yes, now this, a repeat of last year's final.
Right.
Te Waipounamu ended up going away with the win last year.
Yeah, and some would say an upset victory. And the Raiders girls will be coming back with a bit of vengeance. They really want to come back and show that, that they want to be the best. So, yeah, excited to see how this rematch unfolds.
Yes, now these are the types of teams that I am scared to play against. Te Waipounamu looking very fit, and the Manukau Raiders side looking like they can step every which way and throw a long ball. Doesn't matter where you are on the field. I'm looking forward to this matchup. And here we have, with the ball at the moment, number 6, Jamie Kolose.
And you can see a bit of a whānau tandem in there, number 12, whose sister's on the field too, Tori Kolose, just teaming up there in the middle, looking for first points.
And though they may not have converted that into points, what a great way to start the match. They are looking very much in sync, and they are looking like they are going to be on fire today. Nice touch there by Te Waipounamu. Well picked up by the number 10, Janelle Kavanagh, who is their co-captain today.
That touch there looked like it was a bit off-settling for the Raiders. They had a peel play that they were working towards, and that was coming just now. Let's see if they can make anything from it. A play-on call from the referee. What have we got here?
It looks like they're going to call it a try, and again, it just comes down to the miscommunication. But I think it also comes back to the new 7 metre. I mean, this is probably the first time both these teams have played quality touch with the new 7 metre, not realising they weren't onside yet, so she was able to scoop through the hole and get that ball off to her wing. A great start by the Manukau Raiders.
Communication key, not just from the players on defence, but also from the referee there. You can see in the replay before, Alicia had called that play on and allowed the advantage to go in the favour of the Raiders. And a big shout out just to our officials today, Alicia Ruiti, Tanisha Gill and Shay Spive.
Oh, well structured play by Te Waipounamu. But the Manukau Raiders team up for the task, well defended. They had their shutters in nice and tight.
We can see already that the passes are nice and short and really, really well controlled. And I think that's going to be important in a game like today where there's a lot of wind that they have to deal with.
And Te Waipounamu coming up with some thunder on their first set of attack, able to level the scores up nice and easy there. Just a nice little scoop, step back, looking for that long ball pass, able to find her winger. Great structured play.
Yeah, great spatial awareness, especially from the attackers, just to know that, you want to get on that outside shoulder just so you've got enough space to catch the ball and put it down in one motion.
Yes, and here we have Ella Donald with ball in hand. It looks like a backdoor play, long ball out to the wing. Are they able to do the same thing? Unfortunate for them. Te Waipounamu up for the defensive task. They now have ball in hand. Let's see how their yardies go.
Raiders going with another peel play on that position. Let's see if they kind of continue on with that trend or look to mix it up as they have the ball in hand on attack.
Yes, here we go. Fourth touch on halfway now. Let's see if they can set up for a good scoop on their last play. Their captain, Kavanagh, comes through the gap, able to check the ball into a Manukau Raider player, so they get a repeat set.
Yeah, I think the Raiders were caught lucky there in terms of jumping in that passing lane, because had that call or that ball gone to the other player, I think that they could have gone through that gap and made something of that opportunity.
Oh, and Kavanagh will be disappointed, but they do get the penalty. Kavanagh had set that up very well, though.
Yeah, I think that comes off the back of a really good set that led to that recount. You can see again already, only a few minutes in, but the Raiders girls are having to work really hard on defence already, having to manage all the way to get that 7 metres onside.
Yes, and it being only the first 3.5 minutes of the game, but a coach killer there, throwing the ball to the feet of her other player, not managing to get ball in hand. So Manukau Raiders here, they were let off with an easy one. They'll be looking to box, get some fresh legs on.
And a good substitution pattern here. You can see girls straight off and straight back on, and then they're into their mahi as they get onto the field.
Yes, something this Raiders side is very good at.
Yeah,
and that is their go forward.
And their connections are really important too. You can see those Colossi girls must be working in a pod together. As they enter the field, it looks like they're going to work together to set up some good attacking plays for the Raiders.
Yeah, very true. Like I said, it looks like this Raiders team is in sync at the moment. But this Te Waipounamu team, just look at the go forward. Great yardies.
Great forward running there, number 18 from the Te Waipounamu team. And unfortunately, just because she overrun, she might have killed their momentum a little bit. But I really like how some of their girls are striding forward really strong.
Yes, no, they were just chewing up those meters, but they're very strong in the ruck as well, so they're giving a good platform for their scoopers and their passes. Nice little scoop here. She's going to go outside. She's got the gap. All she needs is a player free up. Did she find one in her number 2?
Yeah, it looks like the referees are going to give the try to Brooke McAwee from Te Waipounamu. So they inch ahead now, 2 tries to 1.
Te Waipounamu looking deadly, both in a scooping position and off their set plays. The Raiders now down by 1. They'll be looking to give a quick answer here. They're playing quite a tight midfield here. They've got a backdoor play with a nice step back.
Excellent step. That's Jess Ma. I think she's one of the co-captains for the Raiders and an important player in their setup. She's going to be important for them if they're going to come through and win this game. She's going to be needed to lead from the front.
Jess Ma with just a nice little left foot step there, able to catch a defensive player whilst they were still offside.
A lot of depth to this Manukau Raiders side. You've got a lot of players with touch black experience. Jess Ma comes off after scoring a touchdown, and on comes another player like Teo Antonovich. So, being able to have that many quality players is going to be of favour to the Raiders.
That was outstanding, if you ask me. Nice little quick 33 play there. As she was diving, she just managed to get a quick little flick pass off.
Must be a few netball girls in this team. Look how quickly that ball moved.
Quick answer by Te Waipounamu. Both of these teams, attacking-wise, very, very strong.
Probably a reflection again of the rule changes. The team that will come out on top, maybe the one that can tighten up the defence and stop a few tries, will come out. Defence wins games.
Yes, I think I'm a firm believer in that. It's the team that will adjust to that 7 metre the quickest, in my opinion, will probably be able to make the most of it. But the Raiders there again, just catching Te Waipounamu on the back foot. It's their go forward. They're not resting. There's no downtime between their ruck ball. Just some great usage of ball in hand.
And what we can see here on the highlight is just how she, Lisa, just held up the ball. Sorry, Calais held up the ball a little bit longer just before she passed it on to Savannah. Managed to draw the defence in and created that opportunity.
Yes, and the scary thing is that she was the link, but she also had the option of the wing on the outside. So there are definitely holes out there for the Raiders. They just need to pick them and find them. But Te Waipounamu, on attack, they have been deadly so far in this part of the match. Here you see them attacking. It looks like another backdoor play. Oh, with the little fumble here. Is the ref going to pick it up? No, he's not. But that's okay. Kavanagh throws ball to ground.
I think they've caught a forward pass from the ruck here, just on that last position. So the Raiders will look to gain some metres out of this and hopefully strike back again.
And here we have the Raiders just hitting this right side with a bit of a ball fumble. The ref does pick it up, and what we like to call a coach killer. Oh, something the Raiders coaching staff won't be happy with. Te Waipounamu on the other hand, now on attack. They have Kavanagh back in the middle, and here she is with a quickie play. Nice little step back, but again, just experience, recognising they have players offside.
Yeah, great awareness from Janelle Kavanagh there. And for the Raiders on defence as well, just got to keep those ears open, keep talking to each other, and most importantly, keep listening to the referees so they know when they're onside. You can see just in the background there, the rangatira watching on. You've got Jean Marsh, Rahul Das and Hikapene, some of the Opens New Zealand coaches watching with keen interest.
Yes, good to see them. No doubt they'll be here watching out, looking for some new up-and-coming talent, seeing how their already established talent is has spent the off-season, has spent the lockdown.
And of course, unfortunately, we missed out on an Open Trans-Tasman this year due to COVID, but we've got our fingers crossed that we can have another one coming up in 2021. So all the players out on the fields, even the referees for that matter, will be wanting to put their best foot forward for selection. Yes,
definitely. There is going to have to be an adjustment period in regards to our touch tournaments going forward. But no doubt our touch hierarchy, they'll put something in place for us to get some real good quality touch over the next few months.
Yeah, just back there, that 15, Annie Timu, making a great touch, caught the Raiders defence off guard, and player had to go back to the mark and play the touch. Looks like we've got a play on call here from the referee.
Kavanagh calling the touch, but the referee may have called her offside.
Yeah, let's have another look at the play. It looks like a lot of advantage is being played already by the referees to give the attack the ultimate opportunity. Yeah, you can see she's still retiring there. She changed her lane, but must have been called offside, and points go in favour of the Raiders.
Yes, very, very, very well done by the Raiders there. And here they have the lead for the first time in the match. But Te Waipounamu again with a nice little quickie play on that outside. I like how quick they're playing that play, and they're just looking for the nice little inside check. But it looks like the Raiders have switched onto it because their shutters have come in really nice and tight now.
Yeah, look how quickly the dummy half is in position and ready to go. Every time that they play that ball around the 7 metres, they're putting themselves in good position to attack.
And there it is again, the exact same play. And this time, instead of going for the inside hole, they score on the outside gap.
Yeah, that quickie play on that 33 is going to be really important for them. As we see the replay here, just great awareness of the space. And there wasn't much. So a great touchdown there by Michaela Moore.
Yes, Maya Joseph, the dummy half there, she has had a very strong game. That's probably her third setup try so far. It's looking like she is key with the attack in this match so far. But the Raiders, again, just with some quick go forward. It looks like they got the gap, they got the hole. Well defended by Te Waipounamu.
Just a couple more touches up their sleeve as the referees keep pushing those defenders forward.
Here we have the Raiders with a scoop through. She goes outside, but well defended by Te Waipounamu. Number 13, Olivia O'Neill. It never looked like she was in trouble in that play.
No, she got in good position defensively, nice and early, got square and managed to shut down that attack. Jess Ma's not easy to shut down, so Te Waipounamu doing a good job that time on defence.
Yes, and here we have a new set coming on for Te Waipounamu. Nice little inside check there.
Yeah, what I'm noticing is it's really important how important the wingers on defence are, especially in this game, and how much work they're having to do, not just to communicate, but they're getting in the face of the defenders, shutting it down early to try and help out in the middle of the field.
Yes, I feel like all day, with all 3 games today, all wingers have been very good defensively. They're putting in a lot more work than what you generally see from a winger. So it's always good to get those extra minutes out of those kind of players. And here we have the Raiders again, just with some great go forward. Here they have some extra passes, setting up for a midfield play. They go for the scoop. Is she going to come back? No, she goes short side, looking for that backdoor play. Unable to get ball into hands, though.
Some good options coming for the Raiders. To me, maybe they can learn a few things from what's working well from Te Waipounamu. A little bit of downtime on the ball being on the ground too long on that 7 metres. If they can pick it up and make use of it a bit quicker, I think they'll really open their own attacking opportunities.
Yes, and here we have again that number 11, Maya Joseph, coming on. Great attacker for Te Waipounamu. Unfortunate there. Good for the Raiders, though. They'll be they won't have to D out that last set, the rest of that last set. So here they go, looking for some go forward.
You wouldn't call it a coach killer, but I think it's really important for players to keep the count as well. On that last one, Te Waipounamu kind of looking guessing. They didn't realise it was the 6th touch. And, you know, they might want to kill it in a better part of the field that's more to their advantage.
I'll tell you what, I'd call that a coach killer, not remembering what the count is. That just comes down to basics. We have a scoop here by the Raiders. Is she able to get through? No. Again, that Maya Joseph, not only can she attack, but she can D as well. Just gave her defensive player... or her attacking player enough of a look to think she's got the gap, and then she shuts it down. And here it looks like Te Waipounamu will be looking to go to the box. Nice downtime there, quick little pass. Beautiful extra ball there. They have numbers on that left side. Are they going to set it up to go that way?
And most importantly, they've really, managed to realign that Raiders defence where they were sort of all over the place. And if they can keep that up, I think they're going to continue with creating more attacking opportunities as the game goes on.
Yes, Te Waipounamu, just a bit of miscommunication there. It would have been good to hear from their wingers that they had numbers, as they did have the extra, so they ended up going to the side where the Raiders actually had numbers up on them, so unable to convert possession into points. But with the score tied up at 4-4 here, both teams driving very well, very quick. We have a scooper here, 32 scoop. She goes short side, then comes back out to open. Unable to get the ball to her length though. So to Waipounamu, they have to bring it out from all the way on their 7.
We've got a nice open flowing game. Credit to the referees for opening up that 7 metres. But furthermore, the ball position and the handling from both teams has been outstanding actually.
The Te Waipounamu team very lucky to get away with that one.
Yeah. So we come back for an offside penalty here. One thing that you'll notice, mostly today in particular, is obviously you can see in the background that the flags are waving hard. A strong wind going from the right to the left on the screen. As referees, it's really hard to communicate sometimes with the players because the wind throws your voice. So sometimes penalties like that are important just to bring the game back into alignment because you aren't able to communicate with the teams when you need to.
That is a great note. I've never actually thought about that before, so good to know. We have the Raiders here with ball in hand. It looked like it was a touch and pass by Te Waipounamu. They'll be disappointed about that one. Not played at by Te Waipounamu.
Good pressure there from Te Waipounamu. They'll be happy to turn the ball over in the position that they're in now.
And here we have Kavanagh with ball in the hand. She'll be settling about 12 metres out, but it looks like she's going to come to the box, just bring some fresh legs on. I love her work rate that she has, Kavanagh, at the moment. She's putting a lot of defensive work in. And again, they bring on one of their attacking weapons, Maya Joseph. In that number 11, she has the cookie. She's going to check back on the inside. Yes, she is.
And I think it was a good ending to that set for the Raiders. They'll be happy to not concede another try. But the Te Waipounamu attack are definitely asking questions.
Yes. And that's all you need, especially at this point in the game. It's only the first half, and with 3.5 minutes left and the score tied up, that's exactly what you want to be doing. You just want to put your the defensive side just in two minds on where you're going to be attacking.
Now, while these teams haven't played a lot, while these teams have been training together for a little while, they haven't played a lot of touch, so I'm really impressed with the standard that they're being able to deliver already.
Yes, I totally agree with that. I mean, it's hard to find constant quality teams to train against like this. So it's a first for both teams. So both teams doing very well. And here we see Te Waipounamu on their second touch, just getting some good go forward.
What I like already as well in this game is that you can see a lot of hands up from the defenders. They're communicating with each other, saying, yep, my touch, my touch. And in most cases are getting in good body position to try and win that ruck and get in a good position defensively. So if they can keep that up in the second half, I think it'll be really important for both teams.
Yes, and here we have a scoop by Te Waipounamu.
Oh, that's close.
Yeah, it was very close, but well defended by the Raiders side. Here they are. They'll be wanting to get out of this end of the field. So they drive towards their box. If I was the referee, though, I'll be looking at that sub box because a lot of the subbing today, in my opinion, isn't going according to how you would actually want it to be. You actually have to be in the box before the player can come on the field. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, dead right. You're absolutely right there. We've got a good play here coming through from Jess Marr. Can she find a teammate? No, it looks like the touch was made first.
Yes, no, very good defence there. They knew the scooper had already broken the line, so instead of coming off their player to initiate the touch on her, they just stayed on the open players, making sure that if they ever did catch the ball, they were there to make the touch, seeing as dummy half can't score tries.
One other thing that viewers might not respect enough is that these Te Waipounamu girls are from all over the South Island. So you've got some girls that are from Marlborough, some girls that are from Christchurch, some girls from Otago, Southland. So for them to come together and be performing so well as a unit, despite being so far spread apart, is pretty impressive.
Yes, as you can see, it feels like they're in sync at the moment. Yes, very good call by Kavanagh. She could see that the other player had played at the ball. She was just asking the question. They get the ball back full set on their 7 metre.
Let's see if the Raiders can hold them out here.
Dive there. Lucky to get touched because she did drop the ball as she was going to the ground. With a minute to go, Te Waipounamu, if they can get up here, they'll be sitting in good stead for the beginning of the second half. They go for a backdoor play, but they don't go to it. Kavanagh scoops through. She has options. Will we see a penalty?
No,
we won't.
It looks like we had a play on call and that the referees just called that the player went out. So we've got a handover 7 metres out. The Raiders will take their time here. They've done their job on that set and we'll just look to ruck it out.
Yes, no, I'm loving the officiating at the moment. The refs have been very confident in their cause. Maybe the Raiders lucky there not to get caught on a forward pass.
Yeah, tricky calls always, and referees want to position themselves well just to be able to be in the best spot to see those ones.
Yeah, one thing I find about refs is you don't always have to be right, but one thing I do like is if you stay consistent, and our refs have been very consistent today. But the Raiders managed to pull one out at the death with a try, pushing them up 5-4 going into the second half.
That's Hannah Mesley on the left wing there. Some really great awareness from Jamie Clossy in this replay that we'll see here. She comes around for the peel. She just kind of holds it back up enough after she gets the ball back. Incredible catch and pass that we see right here. Bang. Missed it. And then gone.
And that just comes back to individual brilliance. Just showing you can never let up on these Manukau Raider women. With half-time here, 5-4. It's still a close match, though. I still can't pick a winner, even though Manukau are up at the moment.
I've been really impressed with both sides. I think Te Waipounamu are really settled in terms of their attack. And if they continue on in the second half, they'll find some more opportunities similar to how they scored in the first half with their little 33 quickies and their follow plays. And for the Raiders, to me, defence is really important. They've just got to make sure that they're getting back on side, listening and communicating with each other.
Yes, one thing I'm very much enjoying is the two different styles. It's a perfect example of a running style of touch rugby, which I see Te Waipounamu playing at the moment, and more of a static play that I'm seeing from these Manukau Raiders. But as you can see, with ball in hand, all these ladies very dangerous.
Yeah, both the Colossi sisters having strong first halves, and you can see that every time they have the ball on hand, teaming up here, both of them, they're a threat. And so Te Waipounamu will talk about that at half time and think, okay, every time Tori's on the ball, we've got to make sure we shut her down and talk to each other.
Yeah, and again, I think Te Waipounamu will be looking to tighten up some of their defensive plays. They've been scored on the inside quite a bit, something you probably don't want as much. You'd rather force them out to score on the outsides.
Yeah, and that's a good point. I think both of these teams are scoring in different ways. You see the Raiders often scoring through the hands on the wing, and as we look at the highlight reel here, through the first half, a lot of Te Waipounamu's attacking positions were just kind of off quickie plays or scoops here, as we see. So they've got a lot to offer, and the Raiders will really want to try and target shutting down the middles in particular.
Yes, a few players I've been very impressed with from this Te Waipounamu side has been that number 11 on the screen right now, Maya Joseph. Another one has been their number 10, their co-captain Janelle Kavanagh. And another one I've really liked has been their number 13, Olivia O'Neill.
Yeah.
She seems to be everywhere, doing everything, whether it's on defence or attack. And even her midfield yards, absolutely outstanding. So even though the Manukau Raiders are ahead at the moment, they won't want to let up or give any ground to Te Waipounamu, because all they need is a sniff, man. All they need is a sniff.
Yeah, the Raiders always well known, both the men's and women's team, really well known as attacking players, and if they can tighten up on defence and keep an eye on what's going on in front of them, especially on those 33 plays, then they'll be in a better position to shut down that attack.
Yes, both teams will be looking to come out with a strong start here. Te Waipounamu no doubt will want to be putting their strongest attackers. And as you can see, Maya Joseph making her way out, one of the standouts in that first half for Te Waipounamu.
Just like the teams, the referees also use half-time to, come together, talk about trends, what's working, what's not, share their thoughts. And it's a really important process for them just to then, take those learnings and work on them in the second half, just like the teams do.
And here we have Te Te Waipounamu with their first touch. They've got 2 there, almost down to the 7 metre. No doubt they'll be wanting to set something up after this play. Looks like they're going back to that backdoor play.
Yeah, pure play, looking to the left this time. But shut down quite easily from the Raiders. Might have been a timing thing for Te Waipounamu. Let's see if they can make the most of this play now.
They'll be setting up for a 33. It looks like Maya will be going for a scoop. No, she goes for the quickie. They go for a quickie bounce. Is the long ball on? No, defence is very well set up there by the Raiders. Again, the Raiders' basic defence, whether it's when we're talking about shuts and mirrors, they're doing very well at the moment. And also the Yardies able to get around the winger. The ref telling her to go back, saying that the Te Waipounamu player made the touch back there. So the Raiders, though, after 1 touch, 2 touches, they're already at the halfway.
Jamie Colossi, like a number of these girls, is also a pretty sharp player on the sevens field, so you wouldn't want to give her too much space.
It's looking like a 32 play. They're able to set it up so that they could reset here. They have a backdoor player coming around, but she settles 5 metres and able to get the pass off. Oh, and that is a coach killer right there. I think just she got a bit flustered. There. Played the ball 1 metre out, which means the defensive line only had to take 1 step back before they were able to come forward and make the touch.
And that actually started from the play before. If you saw that Te Waipounamu were doing a good job of holding, they actually drew the Raiders in and they played the ball on the 5. So it kind of put them out of sync. And these are the same things that the Raiders will be wanting to do on defence as well.
Yes, this Te Waipounamu team looking like they have their defensive structures down pretty packed. And I think defensive structures always comes down to very good coaching. That's Damien Burden and Dennis Thompson are their coaching staff at the moment, and Tony Waugh, the manager.
And to me, it also comes down to leadership on the field. While you might not always have senior players, you can have some young ones that just lead really well or communicate really well and offer a lot on defence as well. And I think that's sort of the case here with Te Waipounamu as well.
Yes, I very much agree with you on that. And I also think good communication comes down to good lungs, especially when you're 3 minutes into the second half.
So I think we had a rolling penalty here, so players just moving forward a little bit too slowly for the referee's liking. A good opportunity here for the Raiders to extend their lead. Oh, good dive. But it looks like it was a forward pass from the ruck.
Unfortunate, as they had a penalty under their belt as well. I love the addition of the rule that if you give away 3 penalties whilst defending on your line, 1 player gets off. It's a really good incentive to not dawdle when you're trying to come forward, to not force mistakes.
Yeah, and it's a good tool for the referees to use if they have to, just to try and make sure that there's good compliance from the defenders.
And Kavanagh here with ball in hand, she's scooping through. Can she find an open gap? Unable to get the pass off. But it's okay, because like Merinock said in the last game, it's all about getting coast to coast. That's what you want in these sorts of situations. If you're not able to score, you at least want them to be on their what we are now calling the 7 metre.
And it's a good sign. It's a sign of a good flowing game as well, is when the ball is travelling from one end to the other. And even as referees, that's actually what we want. We want the ball to be moving. We want everybody to enjoy it and it to be an exciting game.
Yes, and Te Waipounamu at the moment 1 point down, so they are in perfect scoring position. They'll definitely want to capitalise off this possession. Looks like Kevin is setting up the backdoor play, but she's coming through. Unable to find her link though.
Yeah, she's looking like a threat every time she's got the ball.
Here they are, setting up in the middle. Another little backdoor play. She was looking for the check back on the inside, but the number 19 for Te Waipounamu, Madison Grieve, actually fell over before she got the ball. So it wasn't as clean as they would have liked. So the Raiders here, lucky now. Second touch, 5 metres off the 40 metre line.
Yeah, they're cycling their players on well and now looking at their opportunities. Oh, not square. Okay, so this is a number 1 rule, a coach killer if you want. As a player with the ball in hand, your roll ball, your hips must be square to the line. So we don't want any of those side plants or any of that funky stuff. We want a nice, clean roll ball.
Okay, so you're looking at hips, not shoulders for the square?
Yep, so hips, not shoulders. So making sure that, and a good indicator not just with the hips but also the feet. You want sort of for the the feet to be pointing in the right direction as well. But that's not necessarily the ultimate indicator. It's really the hips.
Fatigue could be playing a part at the moment as we're seeing more and more mistakes creep into the game, and they're basic mistakes as well, their passes and their catches.
Yeah, 40 minutes to go. Both teams, I think messages from the sub-box would be basics, let's get the basics right. We don't want to rush things, we don't want to drop the ball and then hand over position in a place that we don't want.
Great extras put in there by the Manukau Raiders, and here they are already down into Waipounamu's end of the field. Beautiful setup there, just some great extras, and we have a scoop with this middle offside. Is she able to get through?
Oh, dummy half call. Let's see if the referee gets it. There we are. It was a good little hunt there that Taya had when she had the ball in hands. Getting about 10 extra metres out of that play. I just don't know if Lisa was the right one to go for that scoop. She's normally on the, as we can see now, she's in that link position. So I think she just found herself in the middle somehow, so she just went for it.
Yeah, that tends to happen when you're looking for the extras and you get them, but your team's not expecting them. People end up being out of position. It wasn't a bad situation to be in, though, as they did make it all the way down to the 7 to Waipounamu there. Need to be careful with some of these passes. Was looking a bit flat. And here they have a 33 play. Scoop through the middle. Checks it off to the link. The link unable to get the ball on the hand. And saying that, I think the northern team, the Manukau team were there. They would have been able to defend that regardless if she caught it or not.
Yeah, so on that play, I saw Zaid, Sarah Baldwin, number 9. She just did a really good job as the middle on that side to just push off and take her player. And that helped the Raiders there just shut that play down.
And the Raiders having to hand over the ball at the moment. I did not see what that was for, though.
I think it might have been another forward pass from the ruck. Yeah, it was too. So the Raiders are getting down to the right end of the field. They're just making a few mistakes when it really counts.
Yes, especially being one ahead at the moment. You'd want to capitalise on that. Try and stretch this lead as far as you can, because this is a very strong Te Waipounamu team. And they look like the type of team that don't let up. But again, maybe fatigue playing its part.
Yeah, we can see the Te Waipounamu box in front of us. The girls are coming off a little bit tired. They're doing the mahi out there, but it's important for them to get the big gasps of air in before they can get back out onto the field.
Yeah, one thing that I think could help them in this position is just communication. You know, just putting a voice out there, letting them know exactly where you are, where you want the pass, those sorts of things. That's enough to clean up those small mistakes like that. We have Kevin backtracking.
And under fatigue, that's normally the first thing that goes is the kōrero in the chat between the players. So going forward from not only this weekend but the rest of the competition, fitness is going to be really crucial. Especially with the format as it is now, playing over 2 days. 4 games in 2 days. You want to make sure you're in tip-top shape.
Yes, definitely. And we see here we've got Te Waipounamu. They've got the Raiders on the back foot here. Some very good yards. They've got the whole lineup. Nice little check-off pass here. Will they be able to level it up? I'm guessing forward pass?
Yeah, I think it was from the link to the winger there. So the Raiders, I think, were lucky to get away with that. The Te Waipounamu team had the numbers on the outside and would have been in for all money in the corner.
They did. They'll be very disappointed they weren't able to convert that into points. But right now they'll be focusing on their defence, and the Raiders, again, some strong attack. We have a flyer here, and this is perfect opportunity for the Raiders, able to set up a nice little play here.
Oh,
and
here we go.
Force the numbers, nice little link check. The winger unable to get hands to ball, though. That's a let-off for Te Waipounamu.
Yeah, and a good read from the winger just to force in and put pressure on the link to make that pass, and it went to ground, so job done.
Yes, and here we see Te Waipounamu just getting those extra few yards in, which is going to help them in the long run. But again, it's been a slow start for them to the beginning of on the beginning of this set. Here they are. They'll be looking to set up for a good scoop or something off this last touch. It's a 32. Will they go short side?
A little bit of confusion on the field here at the moment. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have 6 touch and then a handover.
That was a very strange call. The Raiders were trying to say that she was dummy half. I don't believe she was dummy half, but the ref is saying she was.
One for the review later, but the Raiders in the meantime back on the attack.
Great little extra check there by the Raiders, and here they are with some very good go forward, just chewing up the meters, forcing the Te Waipounamu team to work backwards. And then nice little setup here. They've got them at 6s and 7s. They've pushed through the hole.
Oh, and another dummy half run. A good opportunity for the attack, but the defence did enough to get on side and force a turnover there.
I'm going to be honest, they only just did enough. But hey, just is enough. So don't be disappointed with that. Some good little yardies here by Te Waipounamu. They'll be wanting to get as much go forward as they possibly can. Some strong ruck play. And then get a good setup for their last touch.
Jess Fawkes there, number 9, on the ball at dummy half. Her brother's also playing for the Te Waipounamu men's team, who are coming up later on today as well.
And Kavanagh here, she scooped through and she's found the hole. She's just beaten her on pace. Can she find an open player?
Oh.
Great play there by Kavanagh.
Yeah, we've got a touchdown or a try.
And Kavanagh just turned the pace on.
That was a great pick from Kavanagh and an equally impressive finish here. We'll have a look again on the replay. I think it was it Julia Law? She just did enough to secure that ball and get it down in time to even up the score now, 5 apiece.
Yes, and Kavanagh again with a nice little pass. She kept it low so that her winger didn't have to work too much to get border ground. Great play to Waipounamu.
And another little addition to the rules, just for everyone's knowledge. And not too much of a difference to normal, but you've got to have control of the ball before you put it down.
Oh, okay, so no longer allowed to slap the ball down.
Can't slap the ball down. You've got to have control of the ball before you force it down. And as a response, it looks like the Raiders are in for another one too.
Yeah, you can't let up on this Raiders team. I almost feel like it doesn't matter whose hands the ball ends up in, all of them can attack.
And we've seen in the second half that the Raiders have done a good job of getting to that end of the field. It's just the finish that they need to sort of work on. So if they can get the right players in the right position, and that time I think they got the job done with Jess Maher in the middle, they're going to carry on and do well in this game and this weekend.
Te Waipounamu, they'll be looking for a quick reply here. Looks like they're setting up for a backdoor play. They check to the link.
Good shot there from Hannah.
Very good shot. It's looking like that wing option is on when they're getting numbers on that side, though. And here they have numbers on this side.
Here we go.
If they can set up second phase play here. Look on that inside pass. Check again.
Looks like we've got a forward pass again from the... Oh, touch and pass this time. But a good option, and they're really asking questions of the defence.
One thing that is different for this Te Waipounamu team in the second half is it does look like fatigue is becoming an option, because a lot of these inside lines which they were running in the first half, they're just not running in the second half, which is giving them less options on attack.
Oh, we've got another mistake here from the Raiders. I was going to say you can see the Te Waipounamu team kind of turning their shoulders as they're running back a little bit too. So fatigue, as we go 6 minutes into the game, is going to be really important.
Yes, but still nothing in it. With only one try in it and 6 minutes to go, we can still see a ton of points being scored in this game. But we have Te Waipounamu here with some good go forward.
An opportunity on the right. Let's see what they can do with it.
Here she checks back. Are they looking for the second phase play? Nice little chopper line there by Te Waipounamu.
And they're in for a try. Sarita to go.
The Raiders, they won't be happy with themselves about that play, because it looked like they had it defensively sorted.
What helped was having the winger space out really well on this right side. If we can see on the replay, it drew the Raiders winger out a little bit wider and created more space for Sarita to go in with the try.
Yes, and that comes back to your links being able to run good chopper lines. If you can run a good chopper line, 9 times out of 10, there's going to be a good gap somewhere. And here we have the Raiders hot on attack. You have to be careful again.
Oh, there's space here.
Defenders
are still offside. But it looks like we might have a penalty against the Raiders here.
For is it similar to a shepherd?
Yeah, so it's an obstruction call.
Okay.
And if you have a look back at that play, you can see, I think it was the number 2, Victoria Pune. She was sort of shouldering that player to try and get best advantage for herself, and was taking the player out of play.
I'm a huge advocate for taking players out of play like that, to be honest. I was quite surprised she got pulled up for it.
Yeah. She was in a good position. I think it was just the angle of the plant.
Oh, unlucky to Waipounamu there. That must have been, he must have caught the touch.
Yeah. Still 4 minutes to go, anyone's game.
Yes, the Raiders now with some good go forward. And as you can see, they're just managing to force Te Waipounamu to make the touches on the side. They're not able to get in front of them at the moment. So the Raiders now with the front foot forward, looking like she's going to set up a 32 play. And here she is with the pick. She's going to go short side. The hole's open. All the Te Waipounamu needs to do is defend them out. Can they do it?
It looks like we've got a penalty against Te Waipounamu. There might have been an obstruction or a holding here on the winger, my guess is. So they'll retain possession and get a fresh set on the 7.
Here's a question. Does that mean that is the first penalty with the new rule about only being allowed to have 3 penalties before you get a player sent off?
Yep, that's correct. So the penalty progression has to be within that 7 metre area. So it doesn't count anything that's happened at halfway or at the other end of the field. It's all on the try line, basically.
And here we have the Raiders. Colossus just telling her other middle what she wants.
Yeah, 32 play. Oh, what have we got here? Oh no, we've got a touch.
Number 6, Colossus for the Raiders, has been outstanding as well today. And here they are. Look, they're looking to set up a scoop. She's going to go outside.
Ooh, what's our call
Are
here?
they going to replay ball?
Yeah, I think we've got a recount. Tanisha's called a recount. So another fresh set. Big ask for Te Waipounamu on the defensive end here. 3 in a row now.
They definitely have numbers out on that right side. Can the winger get to her?
Oh, I think she might have got it. Yeah, we've got a try.
Great work by the Raiders. And with 2.5 minutes left, this is exactly the position that they want to be in.
Let's have a look at this pass here from Zaid, and she's just zooms it all the way into the corner to Cat to touchdown on the left-hand side. Not long remaining, and the Raiders will be cherishing that one, up by 1 with about 2 to go.
Yes, and Kavanagh now, being the experienced player that she is, she won't be panicking. She'll know, just get down to our 7 metre.
And equally on defence, you know, the girls will be talking about calm, composure, let's not let them in. All of those key messages when the game's on the line.
And there, Kavanagh knowing nothing was on, so she's gone for the reset for a 33 instead. Oh, miscommunication again. She's going to go and have another setup with a little backdoor play here. Instead, she goes to the short side. All players offside. Kavanagh through the gap. All she needs to do is find an open player. Great work by Te Waipounamu.
Oh, okay, we're having another quarter here on the sideline. So Lisa put on the field as claiming the touch, but the referee had called play on, so let's see what decision they come to. Oh, we've got the touch. To me, that's probably the right decision. I think that she was in an onside position after the try line, and I'm glad that the referees took their time in such a crucial game to make that call.
Kavanagh putting in some strong touches. She knows with a minute to go, they need the ball back to be able to get another attacking set. The last thing they want is for a repeat set, and the last thing the Raiders wanted was a little bumble mistake like that, giving Te Waipounamu the chance to draw it up with 49 seconds left in this match. More than enough time to score a try.
Yeah, big moment here. Let's see if Te Waipounamu can maximise not only the position but the part of the field that they're in as well.
Yes.
And a really important part of the game is managing the defenders when they're up by 1. So what you'll see here is Manukau Raiders will be really slow to go forward. And, you know, we'll try and wear out the game. And an opportunity here for Te Waipounamu to make the most of it.
Inside ball! Maya Joseph again just comes up with the clutch play.
Right at the end of the game, let's have another look at it. So they got Jess, and then the pass on the inside. What a great finish. Te Waipounamu even up the game.
I'm sorry, guys. I clapped and I shouted. Oh, it was just a beautiful play by Te Waipounamu, exactly when they needed it.
And to be fair, probably the right result in the end of the game.
Yes, both teams, I thought, evenly matched. Two different styles of play, but both very, very strong.
Yeah, really strong. A great game for PTL number 3, and congratulations to both involved.
Yes, that will be us wrapping that game up for today. It's a draw between our Te Waipounamu women and Manukau Raiders women. a repeat of last year's final, and just showing they're still strong coming into this year. That's a wrap for this game, and we'll be coming back at you for our next stream at 1:20 between the Northern Strikers and the 07 Heat.